Hey, welcome back friends, Tectil here, and today I want to go over the Comp Cape rework stream. They did give a lot of information on this, and if you want to watch the full hour-long stream, I'll link it down in the description down below. But if you wanted a quick synopsis, I'm going to be doing it as quickly as possible. Right now, they're currently working on the bare bones of this rework. That means that they are not actually knowing exactly where all the requirements are going to be going yet, but that is something that is relatively easily changed. So if you have any opinions on it, go ahead and tweet at them, or just let them know where you think the requirements should go. The comp cape is also going to be a passive stat cape. That means that you are not going to have to actually wear the comp cape. You are just going to get the passive stats once you get the tier 1 of comp cape. There will be 2 additional tiers on top of that, which are not going to have any stat buff, but they are going to be cosmetics. They are working on not nerfing any of the current stats for capes, but they are going to be changing them up. That means that you can have something that's a little bit more specialized, so you can have a little bit stronger melee cape than you used to be able to, because comp cape had to be the best in slot. So if you had a extremely strong melee cape, you'd have to put it onto the comp cape. Without that requirement, you are going to be able to have more design space for all of these capes. Also, they are saying that you are going to get more consistency with the comp requirements because of this. Seeing as how the Tier 2 and Tier 3 are cosmetic only, they have a lot more design space in order to put these requirements into, instead of having to slide them all into trim comp cape. This comp cape rework is going to be more focused around getting as many people involved with this content as they possibly can. That means that you have a working point to try to get, let's say, tier 1 lore cape. If you really enjoy quests, go ahead and complete all the quests and you can get the tier 1 lore cape. And then if you wanted to go further, you don't have to get comp cape to go further, and you can go for the master quest cape at tier 2. Or they'll have something even above that at tier 3. So this lets you kind of choose your own challenges. That being said, they don't want to put extremely difficult things on the tier 3, just because, let's say they put 4K Enraged Telos on the tier 3 combat and they put 200 mil all stats in the tier 3 skilling. Nobody would possibly be able to get the tier 3 comp cape at that point. So they may actually look into making something like a tier 4 or something above a tier 3 in the future for the people that are really dedicated to a specific aspect of the game, such as being able to do Duo Virago. But it's not actually part of this project. They're trying to get as many people involved into this content as they possibly can. That being said, this is not the content for everybody, and they are not going to try to make this the content for everybody. They're trying to make it a elite benefit for the people that are really dedicated to this game. And not everybody is in that actual area, so they are going to be listening to everybody, but they're definitely going to be weighing their opinion based on what kind of player you really are. Another thing that they really talked about was the cosmetics of these capes. That was about the last half of the stream, and honestly the cosmetics look absolutely insane. First thing about these capes is they are all recolorable, the same way that Max and Comp Cape is. That means that you can have a bright pink lore cape if you really want to. It's going to be kind of weird seeing people with lore capes and having the strange colors on them, but it does let you customize any of the capes any way that you want, which I think is a benefit to the game. Honestly, these capes all look really good though, just from the concept designs that we were seeing on stream. They did give a couple of different options, so none of these capes are actually in-game yet. They are all just concept art right now, and they're asking for anybody's feedback that wants to give it on which cape they actually like. The tier 1s obviously do look a little bit simpler. That's just so they have concept space to build to make the tier 2s and tier 3s, so you're not expecting to make the tier 1s the best capes in the world, and I think that they look fine as is. But if you are really focusing on PVM or something along those lines, the tier 3 combat cape was just absolutely insane in my opinion. The particle effects on the bottom, if they can actually get those working in game, that is going to be absolutely insane. So definitely keep an eye out. Hopefully they will show some in-game concept art at some point. That's about all they had for the comp cape. They did mention Stone Spears briefly just to say they were working on them. They may do something as simple as changing up drop tables, or they may actually rework the Stone Spears to make them more beneficial. If you guys do enjoy something like this, go ahead and hit that like button down below and leave a comment. Let me know what you like about it or what you would change, because this is the first time I actually did a stream review. Also, make sure you sub to the channel so you can see all of my future content, including potentially stream reviews in the future. As always though, have a good one.